Welcome back to Our Kitchen Time, and today we're making more gifts with lovely Sue Lawrence. Hello, Sue.
Hello there.
So Tuesday we made lovely truffles in Rocky Road. I have got my fingers crossed today is going to be of the same
definitely.
variety.
It's Petticoat tail shortbread that you can make in a hole and put in a beautiful tin.
Gorgeous, and we've got one here.
Yeah.
This is looking beautiful. I'm loving all the detail as well.
It is, and also, shortbread lasts a long time. You know, that's the great thing about it. So it's perfect in the tin and looks gorgeous.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to move quickly away from it. We won't get cooking today at all.
Right, 4 ingredients in shortbread.
Okay.
That's it. It can be 3. All I've got in here is some butter. I'm just creaming that. If you don't have a machine, just do it by hand. It's the only time I actually buy slightly salted butter. I always use unsalted because it needs a little bit of the salty flavour.
That's quite important then.
Definitely. Sugar goes in, and it's about double the amount of butter to the sugar.
Okay.
And then you let that cream for a bit, and then slowly adding in the other 2 ingredients, which are the flour.
Okay.
And I'm adding in corn flour. Now, some people just add flour. The corn flour means that the shortbread's got a sort of nice melt-in-the-mouth texture. You can also add in rice flour or semolina, and they add more of a crunchy texture.
Okay.
So it really just depends, you know, which sort of texture you're after.
Okay, and with the flour and I suppose the sugar as well, is it caster sugar or...?
Yes, I use golden caster sugar, which is the unrefined one, and it's got a nice, very sort of delicate sort of taste to it.
And plain flour along with
plain
the
flour with
flour.
the corn flour. Add it a little at a time, because I tried it recently thinking, sling it all in, and it crumbles up and it just doesn't work.
Really?
So look and watch, and whenever it's all incorporated, and you see now it's all in, then add in your next batch.
Because this seems to be the thing with shortbread, so you've got to get the ingredients just right.
Very importantly, the butter had to be room temperature.
Yeah.
Very, very soft. But everything else, that's it. I mean, very, very, very easy. And then whenever that's combined, then the rest goes in. So you're a shortbread fan?
I am the biggest shortbread fan ever. I always remember shortbread at Christmas, but more importantly, New Year or Nerd Day parties in the house was such a big deal. And I remember my mum, 7 o'clock, starting to get the steak pie in the oven, getting the bun made, and always shortbread.
Yes.
And me getting the old slap on the hand when the hand used to come up to the table and steal a wee bit.
And was it shortbread in the round like ours, or was it fingers?
No, it was actually in the round.
In the round. It is lovely.
I think it must be my gran that made it. I was a wee bit too young to remember, but I always remembered everything. My mum was cooking all day for New Year.
Yeah. Petticoat tails, they say the name came from the fact that Mary Queen of Scots had it at her court, and it was the shape of the petticoats.
Oh, really?
Not sure if that's true or not.
So
now you can see, that's, I think we're ready now to, I'll just tip this out. Now, the next thing that's really quite important about shortbread is that if you've got coldish hands, as I have, then I can do all this. Yeah, but you've got warm hands, so I would suggest that the next bit that you would actually use a rolling pin.
Really? That matters, the temperature of your hands?
Oh, definitely, yes, because I'm just going to take out, well, most of this at the moment, and because mine are, well, actually, under the lights is getting a little bit sort of warm, but all you need to do is roll it out, but very, very gently, because the whole short texture of shortbread comes from gentle action. If you think of shortbread, think of things like scones and pastry, really sort of delicate. But, of course, you could, if you had warm hands, just give it a very gentle rolling out.
So this really does get a bit of TLC, this shortbread. It's a lot of time and effort and, precise ingredients. This is not...
Absolutely, yeah. And then it doesn't matter if it breaks up a little bit in there. Now, very importantly, again, once you've got it in the tin, you don't want it to go to the very edges. Because it's going to expand out itself.
Really?
If you think of all, the butter and everything, it's quite soft, and with the heat, it's actually going to move out. So just push it out towards the edges, but you're not actually going to get it towards the very edges there.
And I take it it's very important to line the tin then with this...
I would. It just really sort of makes it an awful lot easier to get out at the end. Now, at this stage, I'm now going to what's sort of called scalloping the edges, and that just means going round it with a little spoon and just basically making a nice little pattern around the edges.
This lovely decoration that we always see.
Exactly, yeah. And then a little fork to give the little sort of, we always see that as well.
Yep.
Now, when you're doing petticoat tails that you want cut, you can cut it at the end when it's warm. But if we're doing it as we're doing it now, whole, then cut, but very sort of delicately, the actual slices now, not all the way through. Do you see what I mean? Now, it looks very messy, but when it's all expanded out, that'll be just perfect.
It looks lovely. So kind of scoring it, if you like. You're not
just
cutting
scoring,
right through.
exactly. And then later on, you're going to shake with sugar, not now.
Okay.
That goes into a very low oven, 150 centigrade for about 30, 40-ish minutes.
All right.
And then, obviously, I've got one that has been done earlier. So once it's out of the oven, it's cooled. Well, first of all, you sprinkle with sugar. Then you let it cool, because when it's just out of the oven, it's very pliable and sort of soft. So this, you can actually take it out like that. And I'm actually just going to sort of cut it. And hopefully, you can have a little taste. Did you ever have shortbread with cheese?
No, and I wish you wouldn't have put that idea in my head, because that's just going to make it 10 times.
Shortbread.
I love cheese and shortbread.
They work really well.
The sweetness.
We always have that at New Year, and it was just absolutely gorgeous.
So you're going to be responsible for me piling on the pounds and back here in January because I've ate that much cheese and shortbread together.
So that's it.
And I know you said there's only 4 ingredients, but you know what? You've got to be very careful how you're making this, or else it could all go terribly wrong.
Well, yes. So if we just sort of take a bit like that, there we go.
Sorry. Oh, it's so soft. There we go.
It is. So it's sort of crunchy around the edge, but softish in the middle still.
Sue.
It's tasty, buttery, isn't it?
Sue, I could just kiss you right now. That's so gorgeous. So thank you so much. And that's, again, another beautiful gift for Christmas.
Absolutely.
Or New
But make
Year.
sure it's beautiful like that, rather than the mess I've made you.
No, it's fine. It tastes unbelievable. Trust me. So thank you all. Of course, all the details of today's recipes are on our website, stv.tv/the hour.